Why reading is important. Alex felt a familiar pang of frustration. The world seemed to communicate in a language they barely understood, English. Dreams of global adventures felt distant, locked behind a formidable linguistic barrier. Every conversation attempt felt like navigating a dense, unfamiliar jungle. The silence often felt safer, yet isolating. This quiet struggle persisted daily. Many people around Alex effortlessly chatted in English, their words flowing like a gentle river. Alex envied their ease, their confidence. How did they achieve such fluency? It seemed an insurmountable mountain to climb. The simple act of forming a coherent sentence in a foreign tongue felt overwhelming, a constant source of self-doubt. Then, a seemingly small piece of advice emerged: why reading is important. An old librarian, with kind eyes and a gentle voice, suggested it. Start with what interests you, even if it's just a little bit, she offered. Alex was skeptical but desperate for a breakthrough, so decided to give it a try. Alex chose a children's book initially, then graduated to short stories. The words slowly, painstakingly, began to make sense. It wasn't about speed, it was about comprehension and exposure. Each paragraph read was a tiny victory, a small crack in the language barrier. A new world of vocabulary slowly opened up. Reading, however, was a silent pursuit. The challenge of how to talk in English remained daunting. Knowing words on a page was vastly different from uttering them confidently. The throat tightened, the mind raced, and often, nothing came out. This next step felt like a giant leap forward. Alex sought more guidance, perhaps something practical. An online forum suggested starting small. Just one page per day, someone advised, not for reading, but for speaking. Read a page aloud, no matter how awkward. This simple instruction resonated deeply. It seemed manageable, not overwhelming. To make it more focused, Alex decided to talk in British English. The crisp accents and distinct idioms always fascinated them. Online videos and podcasts became the new teachers. Mimicking native speakers, even poorly at first, felt like an important step. It provided a specific target accent to aim for. Every morning, Alex would pick a random page from a book, often a classic British novel, and read it aloud. The sounds felt unfamiliar, sometimes comical. The tongue stumbled over pronunciations, but persistence was key. This deliberate, daily effort began to etch the language deeper into memory. Alex also started paying closer attention to how other people talk in English. Not just native speakers, but also non-native speakers. It was inspiring to see people from diverse backgrounds communicate effectively, even with accents. This observation lessened the pressure to sound perfect. The mantra became listen and practice. Hours were spent with headphones on, absorbing conversations, interviews, and news reports. Then, pausing and repeating phrases, trying to match intonation and rhythm. This act of listening and repetition proved incredibly powerful for improving fluency. It wasn't just about understanding words, it was about capturing the music of the language. The subtle rises and falls, the emphasis on certain syllables. Every listening session was followed by an immediate attempt to reproduce what was heard. This iterative process cemented new linguistic patterns. Alex quickly realized that the best way to learn English wasn't a single magical trick. It was a combination of consistent effort and varied methods. Reading provided vocabulary, listening built comprehension, and speaking forced production. Each element supported the others in a continuous cycle. One breakthrough came with how to talk at home to yourself. It felt silly at first, narrating daily activities or thoughts aloud in English. I am making tea, the sky is blue today. But this private practice eliminated the fear of judgment. It built confidence in a safe space. Alex started having entire imaginary conversations, playing both parts. Debating topics, describing dreams, recounting events, all in English. This freedom allowed for mistakes without embarrassment, fostering a truly uninhibited practice environment. It was like a personal language laboratory. Slowly but surely, the awkwardness began to fade. Words started to connect more naturally. Sentences formed with less effort. The internal monologue, once silent, now often played out in English. This subtle shift was a huge indicator of progress and growing confidence. Encouraged by private success, Alex sought small opportunities for real-world interaction. Ordering coffee, asking for directions, making simple inquiries. These brief exchanges, though nerve-wracking, reinforced the learning. Each successful interaction fueled the desire for more. Mistakes were inevitable, but Alex learned to embrace them. They weren't failures but learning opportunities. A mispronounced word, a grammatical error, each was a chance to correct and improve. The fear of imperfection gradually diminished, replaced by a willingness to try. The initial advice, why reading is important, proved foundational. It built a vast reservoir of vocabulary and grammar structures. It provided context and examples of natural English usage. Without that initial step, the speaking journey would have been far more difficult to navigate. Speaking out loud, even just 1 page per day, transformed passive knowledge into active ability. It trained the mouth and brain to work together, bridging the gap between understanding and producing. This consistent, daily vocal practice was truly revolutionary for Alex's progress. Focusing on British English gave Alex a specific goal. It provided a clear accent model and introduced unique cultural nuances. This specificity made the learning process less overwhelming, offering a clear path to follow rather than a vague, general English. Observing how other people talk in English highlighted the diversity within the language. It taught flexibility and understanding different accents and communication styles. It showed that fluency wasn't about sounding like one specific person, but about being understood. Listen and practice was the engine of improvement. It honed the ear, sharpened comprehension, and provided endless material for imitation. This continuous loop of input and output was the most dynamic part of the learning journey, accelerating progress significantly. Alex understood that the best way to learn English was a holistic approach. It wasn't about memorizing lists but immersing oneself in the language through various mediums. It was about consistent engagement, curiosity, and an unwavering belief in one's own capabilities. How to talk at home to yourself became Alex's secret weapon. It allowed for uninhibited experimentation, building muscle memory for the tongue and vocal cords. This private laboratory accelerated fluency faster than any public class could, fostering true comfort with the language. Alex realized that learning English was an ongoing process, not a destination. There was always more to discover: new idioms, subtle expressions, deeper cultural understandings. The journey itself became enjoyable, a continuous exploration rather than a chore. With each passing week, Alex's identity shifted. The shy, hesitant individual began to shed their linguistic inhibitions. A new, more confident version emerged, eager to connect, to share, to understand. The world no longer felt so intimidating or distant. The travel dream, once a mirage, now solidified. Alex booked a trip to London, ready to experience British culture firsthand. The thought of navigating a foreign city, ordering food, asking for directions, filled Alex not with dread, but with exciting anticipation. Stepping off the plane, a polite immigration officer asked a question. Alex, instead of freezing, responded clearly, confidently. The words flowed naturally, a genuine conversation. It was a small moment, but it felt like a monumental achievement, a testament to months of effort. Exploring London was a revelation. Alex easily chatted with shopkeepers, asked for recommendations from locals, and engaged in lively discussions at pubs. The fear of miscommunication had vanished, replaced by an eagerness to connect with new people and experiences. Alex found immense joy in understanding the subtle British humor and cultural nuances gleaned from all the listening practice. The nuances in conversations, the playful banter, the distinct local expressions, all made sense, enriching the travel experience immeasurably. Upon returning, friends were astonished by Alex's transformation. They asked for advice, eager to know the secret. Alex shared the simple yet powerful strategies: why reading is important, and talk in English just 1 page per day. Embrace a specific accent if you like, Alex advised, recalling the British English focus. It gives you a clear target and helps with consistency in pronunciation. Don't be afraid to sound different, focus on clarity and being understood by others. Pay close attention to how other people talk in English, Alex continued. Notice their cadence, their choice of words, their body language. Every interaction is a mini lesson in natural conversation. It broadens your understanding of diverse communication styles. The most crucial part is listen and practice, Alex stressed. Listen actively to everything you can: podcasts, movies, news. Then, immediately try to repeat and mimic what you hear. It wires your brain for natural speech patterns and intonation. Remember, the best way to learn English isn't quick or easy, Alex concluded. It's about relentless consistency and combining various methods. There's no single magic bullet, it's a marathon, not a sprint, requiring dedication and patience over time. And please, do how to talk at home to yourself, Alex urged, almost laughing. It feels silly, I know, but it removes all pressure. It builds confidence and fluency in a safe, judgment-free zone. It's truly a game changer for speaking practice. Finally, always remember to learn English as a continuous journey, Alex reminded them. The language is vast and constantly evolving. Be curious, stay open to new words, and never stop exploring. Learning is a lifelong adventure, not a fixed destination. Alex's story became an inspiration. Friends, once hesitant, started their own English learning journeys. They picked up books, subscribed to podcasts, and even began mumbling to themselves at home. The fear of speaking slowly began to dissipate for many. They celebrated small victories, just as Alex had. Understanding a complex sentence, successfully asking for directions, sharing a joke in English. Each tiny step forward built momentum and reinforced the belief that fluency was attainable with consistent effort. The process, initially daunting, transformed into an enjoyable challenge. It was no longer about perfection but about progress. The joy of discovery, of unlocking new levels of communication, became the driving force for their continued dedication to the language. Alex now connected with people from all corners of the globe, sharing stories and perspectives. English had become a bridge, a tool for cultural exchange, rather than a barrier. The world felt smaller, more accessible, filled with endless possibilities and new friendships. The foundation laid by why reading is important proved indispensable. It provided the mental database for advanced conversations and deeper comprehension. From simple stories to complex articles, reading continually expanded Alex's linguistic horizons, enabling rich discourse. The habit of speaking just one page per day became second nature. It was no longer a chore but a natural part of the morning routine. This consistent vocal exercise strengthened pronunciation and fluency, ensuring continuous improvement in spoken English. The appreciation for "let's talk" in British English deepened. Alex could now discern regional accents within the UK, and even understand various English dialects across the Commonwealth. This specialization made the language even more fascinating and dynamic. Observing how other people talk in English across different nationalities highlighted the adaptability of the language. It wasn't about erasing one's own accent but about clear communication. This insight freed Alex from the pressure of sounding native. Listen and practice evolved into a more sophisticated activity. Alex listened for subtle nuances, idiomatic expressions, and cultural references. The practice became less about repetition and more about deep, analytical comprehension and contextual application. The belief that the best way to learn English was a multifaceted approach solidified. No single method reigned supreme, rather, it was the synergistic combination of all techniques that yielded the most profound and lasting results for true fluency. How to talk at home to yourself continued to be a vital practice, even with increased confidence. It remained a safe space for trying out new vocabulary or complex sentence structures without pressure, ensuring continuous, uninhibited growth. Learning English transcended mere fluency. It became a gateway to new perspectives, diverse literature, and broader cultural understanding. It wasn't just about speaking words, but about connecting with the vast tapestry of human experience globally. Alex felt truly empowered. The initial frustration and fear had transformed into a profound sense of accomplishment and liberation. The world, once closed off by language, was now an open book, inviting exploration and endless conversation. So, if you're standing at the base of that English mountain, remember Alex's journey. Start small. Be consistent. Embrace mistakes. Most importantly, believe in your own capacity to learn English and unlock a world of opportunities awaiting you. The journey of learning is a continuous one, filled with fascinating discoveries. Each new word, every fluent sentence, opens another door. Embrace the process, celebrate every small victory, and let curiosity be your guiding star in this linguistic adventure. English truly connects you to a global community. It's more than just a language, it's a bridge to new friends, new ideas, and incredible experiences. Don't let hesitation hold you back from exploring this exciting possibility and expanding your horizons infinitely. Patience is absolutely crucial in this endeavor. There will be days of frustration, moments of doubt. But push through them. Remember why you started and how far you've come. Every effort contributes to your overall progress, no matter how small. Above all, try to enjoy the process of learning. Find joy in reading a captivating story, in understanding a complex podcast, or in having a spontaneous conversation. When learning becomes enjoyable, consistency becomes natural and effortless. The world of English is vast and ever-expanding. Never stop exploring new genres, new accents, new topics. The more you immerse yourself, the richer your understanding will become, opening up even more avenues for communication and personal growth. Your unique voice matters. Don't feel pressured to sound exactly like a native speaker. Focus on clarity and conveying your message effectively. Your journey to fluency is personal and valid, contributing to the beautiful diversity of English speakers globally. The rewards of learning English are immense. It unlocks educational opportunities, career advancements, and unparalleled travel experiences. It's an investment in yourself that pays dividends for a lifetime, enriching every aspect of your existence profoundly. Embrace the future with confidence, knowing you possess the key to unlock global conversations. Your journey to English mastery is a testament to your dedication and resilience. Go forth and connect with the world, one confident English sentence at a time.